The breath is a gentle, life-giving reminder that the conversation we are dreading or rehearsing isn't happening right now. There's a popular saying in addiction recovery circles, one day at a time. This refers to our very human tendency to feel that we have to solve all of our problems right now, that we think we have to figure out or achieve everything. In a nutshell, to be in control of life. One day at a time reminds us that it is impossible to climb a mountain all at once, or even to know what is going to happen 100 feet up. But taking it step by step makes it a lot more manageable. It begs that we exist in the present moment, which, if we are honest with ourselves, is the only place that we have any control. That control is usually not about our external situation, but about how we are reacting or not reacting to it. The beauty of meditation is that it allows us to break life down into smaller moments. When we use our breath as an anchor, bringing us back to the present moment again and again, as our minds wander off into problem solving or fantasizing or worrying, we find a natural, built-in way to be present. In this presence, it is easier to be compassionate to ourselves. We do this by meditating one breath at a time. Within this one breath, there is only here and now. This breath is a gentle, life-giving reminder that the conversation or presentation we're dreading or rehearsing isn't actually happening right now. That all we can really do and know is that we are alive, here, and now. This is the place we are. These are the sounds we hear. This is the sensation of breathing. Life is so much simpler than we believe, but that is so easy to forget when we get overwhelmed. A wise sage was wont to say that breathing is a great meditation focus because it is portable and free, and we always have access to it. Anyone who has ever struggled to breathe knows what it feels like to realize that they have taken breathing for granted. It is so easy to forget that life is not a problem to be solved as we speed around on autopilot, believing that if we can just get things right, we won't have to suffer. And yet, the first noble truth of Buddhism is that being alive means that we will experience pain. There is no escaping it. And trying to escape it means we miss out on so much of the beauty of life. The smell of the fresh air, our health, a loved one we're sitting next to, the taste and nourishment of the food we are eating. Even entire good days can slip by when we are focused on making things better or different. If you are focusing on one breath at a time in your meditation, it might help for you to set your timer at intervals. You could set 2 minutes, or 3 minutes, or 5. Whenever your timer dings or chimes, you can use this as a reminder to come back to this one breath. And then this one. And now this one. You can remember again and again how each breath contains multitudes. Each breath reminds us of the richness of the life that we have been given, the richness of sorrow, gratitude, and even anger, the richness of being a living, breathing being. Remember, there is a reason meditation is called practice. We are not accustomed to moving slowly or to being in the present. Everything in our culture conditions us to race to the next moment. So it is important to have a great deal of patience and kindness for yourself when you are trying to focus on the one breath. It can help to say silently, one breath at a time. Anxiety may come up when we are trying to take things one breath at a time. Shouldn't I be doing something? What if I fall behind? Anxiety is not a bad thing. We can use it as a doorway into the present moment. What is it like to breathe with anxiety? One breath, then another. Does more anxiety arise? How does that feel? When we take things one breath at a time, it is much more manageable than I must conquer all of my anxiety and all of my to-do list before bedtime. Taking things one breath at a time, we might also experience relief. To let go of what we are holding on for the future and the past. What does this relief feel like? This breath asks nothing of us. In this moment, there is nothing to do. This meditation reminds us that life is simply a series of moments, one after another. One breath at a time can bring us into our body. It can attune us to feelings we had not noticed we were feeling, whether on a mental or physical level. And like climbing the mountain one step at a time, it can help us take the experience of that feeling bit by bit, manageably, one breath at a time. Thank you for joining us. I bow to the divine in you.